Hi everyone, this is Kim Goyette, your Meditation Mutha, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. I thought today we'd have a little fun and work on eagle pose. Eagle is a single leg standing balancing pose, and we always can work on our balance, whether it's upper or lower body or a combination, and this pose is excellent to incorporate both. So let's get started.
Yoga for everybody with Meditation Mutha.
So we're going to start by opening up the lower body a little bit because we are going to be using our glutes, our quads, our hamstrings today. So let's turn around and slowly lower ourselves all the way down onto our backs. And we'll plant the feet, arms are along your side, palms face down. And let's just cross the right ankle over the left knee and draw the thigh into the chest. Flex both feet. If you want a little bit more sensation, you can take your right hand on the inner part of your right knee and gently push away as you draw in with your left hand. And we're opening up the right glute, just getting some flexibility in there because we will be doing more of a seated type posture here. Just take a few breaths here. And then we'll plant that left foot, raise the right leg up towards the sky, flex your foot, grab onto the back of the thigh, and then slowly just draw that thigh in, maybe a fraction of an inch to open up the hamstring. You can rotate your ankle around in one direction and take it in the other direction. Good, and slowly lower all the way down. Plant both feet. Let's take that left ankle, cross it over the right knee, and draw into the chest. Flex both feet to protect the knee. And then if you want more sensation, take your left hand, gently push away on the inner part of your left knee as you draw in with your right hand. Opening up the left glute this time. And release that right foot all the way down, lengthen the left leg up, and grab onto the back of the thigh, flex your foot and draw in gently. You can keep your knee bent as much as you need to, just opening up the back of the leg. And rotate the ankle around in one direction and other direction. Good, and slowly lower all the way down. We'll hug the knees into the chest, roll over to one side, make our way all the way up and to hands and knees. So we'll have the fingertips spread out nice and wide. Our knees are underneath our hips. Shift your way over to the right side, sit back towards the right heel, over to the left side and come back to hands and knees. We're warming up the hips a little bit. We'll be working with those. Exhaling as you sit back. Inhaling, hands and knees. Just slowly making our way, warming up the hip joints a little bit. Exhale as you sit back, relaxing the elbows and the head, and just moving your upper body freely. Maybe feeling a little bit of warmth in the hip joint. And one more time around. Let's make our way back to center. This time shift your weight over to the left, sit back towards the left heel, and coming back to hands and knees. Good, and just allowing your body to flow naturally, continuing to breathe. And we'll find ourselves back at center. Let's curl the toes. And we can hover the knees about an inch or so off the mat and then push all the way to down dog. And you can walk the knees out a little bit, bending one knee then the other, getting into the hips. And coming back to center into a nice down dog. Allow the heels to drop down towards the earth. Look in between the legs, shake your head out for a moment, release any tension. And then walk the feet up to meet the hands in a forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Great. So we're going to start getting into some of that balance work. We'll separate the feet from right to left and spread your toes out nice and wide. I'm going to turn sideways for a moment so that you can see. And we're going to sit back in our seat for a moment. So weight is in the heels and you're sitting in your seat. You can bring your hands to your thighs to lift the chest. So notice that energy, that weight back in your glutes. We're going to be turning those muscles on as soon as we get into eagle pose. So opening up the chest. Good. Sit back in your seat. Weight is in the heels. And then fold forward for a moment. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So part of eagle pose is not just upper body, not just lower body, but upper body too. We'll have the arms out to the side. We're just going to work on those arms prior to doing the posture. Take your left arm, cross it over your right arm, and you can either grab opposite shoulders or hands back to back, or if you want, you can wrap all the way around into the full posture. Tuck your chin, lift the elbows up a little bit, and then press the elbows towards each other. Open up in between the shoulder blades. Take a nice deep breath here. Good, and release the arms all the way down. Excellent. Let's try the other side, arms out to the side. Let's have the right over the left. Wrap around. You can grab opposite shoulders, whatever feels good for your body today. Tuck the chin, lift the elbows, and then press the elbows towards each other. Good, and release all the way down. Let's bring the hands to the hips. We're going to separate the feet just a little bit. Lift the toes so that you can feel the big toe mound digging into the earth, and spread the toes out nice and wide so you have a lot of stability in the feet. Sit back in that seat like we did before. The chest is up. Good. So we're going to start with a little bit of balance, and we're just going to bring our left leg and cross it over our right leg. So it's knee to knee, and then we're just going to plant that foot to the outside and sit back in our seat. I'm going to turn sideways for a minute so you can see a little bit better. Sit back in that seat. My toe is planted, and we're just putting that weight in our right foot. So sitting back, chest is up. Notice my lift. So my belly lifts up towards the chest lifts up towards the crown of the head. And just getting that sensation here. Excellent. Slowly rise up and step out. Shake the legs out for a minute. I know I felt that in my lower body for sure. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to face the other way. You can stay right where you are. And I'm going to take my seat again. So sitting back towards my heels, and this time crossing the opposite leg over, plant the toes to the outer edge. Sit back in your seat. The chest is rising, the belly is lifting, hands on the hips for now. Good, and lift that low belly up. Sit back in your seat, use your glutes for support. And slowly unwind. All right, shake it out. Very good. So we're going to try another step in eagle pose. I'll turn sideways again so that you can see a little bit better. This time we'll sit back in our seat. Chest and belly is lifted. Put weight in that left foot and cross that right leg over, knee to knee. Sit back in your seat again. My toe is touching down for right now. Stay where you are. I'm just going to face forward so you can see a little bit better. Lift the belly, lift the chest. Lift the pelvic floor so much so that maybe that foot comes off the mat. There you go. Sit in your seat a little bit more. Ground down with the big toe and then slowly come out of it. Excellent. Let's try the other side. Sitting in your seat, belly lifts. Let's take that left leg, cross it over the right, plant the toes, sit in your seat. Good. Lift your pelvic floor up. Lift the crown of the head up so much so that maybe that foot flexes and lifts off the mat. Very good. Notice the activation in your glutes and then slowly step out of it. Very good. So we'll shake it out for just a moment, let our legs rest. So oftentimes, the way that our body is built is that many of us can't wrap all the way around. So the full posture is knee to knee, sitting in our seat, and then the toe wraps around. But my frame does not do that. If yours does, you can try that in the next segment. So we'll sit back in our seat one more time, chest is lifted. Let's take that right leg over the left and touch down, sit in the seat. Excellent. And then everything lifted up, the pelvic floor, the belly, the chest. Flex that foot or wrap the toe around the back of the leg. And then we'll have our arms out to the side. Here we go. Let's take that left arm, wrap it over the right arm, and then maybe all the way around. Press your hands together, lift the elbows up, lift the belly up. Here we are, you're doing it. And slowly come all the way out. Very good, that's excellent. Let's try the other side. Sitting in our seat, all the way down. Good, chest is lifted. Take your left leg, cross it over the right, sit in your seat, touch down to start. Good. Lift everything in and up, and then if it feels good for you, either flex that foot or wrap your toe all the way around the back of the calf. Arms come out to the side. This time, right arm over left. Wrap if you want. Press the hands together. Lift the elbows up. The chest lifts up, and here we are. Excellent. Really sit in that glute. And slowly come out of it. Woo! You did it. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. So let's slowly take it all the way down. We're going to stretch out our glutes since we did a lot of single leg balances today. And we'll come to seated and slowly leaning back. Let's take that left ankle and cross it over the right knee. Flex the foot. Elbows are bent to start, and then we can slide our heel in a little bit and then push into the arms. You might feel a nice opening in the glute right now. Good, take a few more breaths here. And slowly slide that foot back out, plant both feet, bend the elbows, get out of your way for a minute, take the right ankle, cross it over the left, flex the foot, and then slide that foot in and then push into the arms. Get a nice opening in the glute. You did great today. That's a challenging pose. Everything's wrapping in opposite directions. Everything's lifting in and up, and you did awesome. Let's slowly bend the elbows, lengthen the leg away, plant both feet, and then come to seated. We can slide ourselves back. Lengthen the legs out in front. Maybe scoot ourselves from side to side, moving the flesh to the bottom out of the way. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to and start to fold forward. Open up the hamstrings, the low back. Take a deep breath here. One thing I love about balancing postures is your mind can be nowhere else but the present moment. So using eagle pose to drop into the present moment, maybe you have a monkey mind or your thoughts are racing. It's a great posture to work on to help you get back to center. Slowly make your way all the way up. We'll scoot ourselves forward. Grab onto the backs of the thighs, slowly lower all the way down. And then lengthen the legs down below us out to the corners of the mat. Palms face up, arms are along your side. And just take the next few breaths to really settle into this resting pose, Shavasana. We built a lot of energy and heat today. And now we're letting go and absorbing all the beautiful energy we created. And just a few more breaths like this. And begin to move whatever feels good, your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. And we'll hug the knees into the chest, roll over to one side and make our way all the way up to seated. Awesome job today. We'll finish with just a few natural breaths, gently closing the eyes, relaxing the hands in the lap. And from your seat all the way through the crown of the head, take a nice inhale, long and tall. And exhale, nice and slow, grounding back down into the earth. Just like eagle pose, feeling grounded in the earth as we rise up towards the sky. And exhale. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Bringing the hands to heart center. Take a moment, bow the mind to the heart. Thank yourself for being present today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm Kim Goyette, your meditation mother. If you like this video and you want to be the first to receive weekly videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Yoga with Meditation Mutha. And if you are interested in learning about yoga retreats happening all around the world, please visit my website at meditationmutha, that's MUTHA.com. See you next time.